Well, basketball season was coming. Baseball season had ended. Coach Lamb was working with the boys after school. And I don't know just what had gone on, but I do know that I was still in the office one evening early in the preseason period, and I heard him come out into the hall from the gym, and I could tell from the way he was moving and growling that he was very upset about something. So I thought maybe I'd better check that out. I got up behind my desk, went around, went out in the hall, and hey, Don, what's going on? Who did what? Blankety blank, nobody's going to call a player of mine an idiot. Well, I didn't want the details and didn't ask for them, but it was very obvious that somebody, I suppose one of the teammates, called another one an idiot. And boy, it had not gone down. I am sure he had chewed somebody out, and in such a way that the whole team understood that you absolutely do not say dumb, demeaning things about a fellow teammate. You know, I liked him before, but I liked him a little more. That he would grab the bull by the horns and put an end to it right then. It's too bad that it left him so upset that he was still growling and angry when he came out into the hall. But that was Don. That characteristic that I'd spotted in him at the first interview, that he was a fairly volatile personality. I'd always wondered, it was none of my business, I didn't ask. I'd always wondered who said it and who they addressed it to. The only two that I thought, that came into my mind were Gender and King. I was pretty sure it wouldn't be King. He was a freshman, and surely nobody would expect him to be as knowledgeable as the juniors and seniors. And Lloyd was a big kid. Lloyd King was, he wasn't the tallest, but he was one of the tallest boys out for basketball as a freshman. And I'm telling you, he was like a lot of these kids that I see in these big high schools here in Yuma now. I saw a kid the other day. I said, my gosh, man, I was 35 years old and couldn't grow the kind of chin whiskers that you've got here as a senior in high school. Well, I don't know if he had whiskers, but that boy was a man as a freshman. And I had discovered, because of teachers talking to me, saying, if you can help him, because he's struggling in the classes. And so I'd begun to tune in on Lloyd King, and I had always wondered and still wonder if he might have done something or misunderstood something, and after all, an upperclassman can look down on a freshman, that maybe somebody had called him an idiot. Never will know, don't really care. But I can tell you one thing. He played a lot of good basketball, and he had trouble staying eligible, but he always stayed eligible. That kid was a worker, and everybody was right there, from teacher to fellow students, to try to help him get it done so that he could play. There'll be a lot more about Lloyd a little later. A coach that didn't tolerate demeaning treatment of his players. 3 cheers for Coach Lamb. Hooray, hooray, hooray.